I was talking to Talmadge Magno on how to open this and what to say. It's going to be a little different of asking us as a community to pull back on some of your concerns. And as hard as it is, to look at what is happening to the entire place of Southeast Puna. Some of you know this is my home from birth. As I tell people, from here and there, I've always considered the most beautiful place on God's given earth. I can mention places that some of you have never heard of. That was our playland of the most beautiful place called Warm Springs down the road. Some of you know of, obviously, of Queens Bat, Kaimu, Kalapana, etc. But with that are all the memories of my special people in my life. I'm going to pick on one area to try to explain what I'm asking of us, all of you, as difficult as it is, because you're going through a very, very difficult time. Of Leilani Estates, that's where we started. For the past 2 nights, we had to do emergency evacuation at night. Go up house to house in certain areas that people wanted to stay, and we allowed it, and banging on their doors to get out. We are doing the best we can. HVO, the best scientist around, is staying with us at the community EOC, Emergency Operating Center, 24 hours a day to give us the best information possible. Helicopter units of the county, drones, a new thing for me in emergency management, but very useful, that allowed us the information to close 132 at 6:45 this morning, several hours before closure, and to go house to house down that road to tell people, be aware that you are now at risk. It would be so easy as I explain what my vision of policies will be. And to all the agencies, they were told this, of the very difficult time that all of you are going through. That we must, as best as we can, allow your life to continue as best as you can. And to make rules along that. The easiest thing I want you to understand that government usually do is seal off the whole area and say everybody out. A couple of roadblocks here and there, and that's it. But to me, that is the worst thing we can do for you in trying to make you live a life that is normal, as impossible as it is, of what is going on. We've had to make adjustment on Leilani Estates more than once. But this morning, last night, I told them, I can no longer afford to put residents at risk. I can no longer ask of care, police, fire, National Guard to go banging in the dark of a neighborhood they don't know to say, you must get out now. So new policies were established this morning at a certain area of restricted area that no one will be allowed in. Statement was made, be aware that if your area is at risk, we cannot guarantee you that we will inform you door to door anymore. I want you to know how very, very difficult it is for the best scientists that live with us 24 hours a day at the Civil Defense EOC to project what is happening. And I will say this blanketly. If my old friends of Kalio Malu, Pauneos, etc. were here, they would understand, because this is their place of birth for generations. I think the best scientists will tell you, as much as they try to project what is happening, there is only so much we know. What is happening in Lower Puna today is something that no one alive in the world has ever experienced, because we're talking about things that occurred in the 1700s or 1800s. But with that of science, we are trying the best we can. There are complaints about closing off the one and only surfing area. Yeah, I know the love of the ocean. A decision like that is not easily made to close it off. It wasn't easy to make to open it up yesterday as best as we can, but look, all we was successful for one day, and this is what I told a group. It was not a waste of time. For many, it was their one time to be there of something they love and cherish. What is happening in the science, we'll elaborate on it, are things that we will do the best judgment we can for the community as a whole. Not for an individual, absolutely not for politics, I promise you that. It's a judgmental of what is best for the community. And I know sometimes if you look at it individually, it won't make any sense to you. I ask you to try to please understand the decision is not made for one person. I do all my prayers in private, and I think I've told you. I believe this to be the most beautiful place on God's given earth, and blessed with so many good people that care for the land, care for the air, care for the water, and appreciate the gift of what is here. Please know, we're not going to open up Isaac Hill Park. As much as I see Steve here coming nodding yes, he called me a son of a bitch the other day. Under his breath. But you got it for one day, right, Steve? Ah, it's your tough luck. Steve and I go way back, even when his school was threatened. I'm old enough to remember 1955, 1960, the 70s, the 80s, the horrendous 90s, and now the 2000s. I ask all of us to join hands, and we will go through this. Just like the people of Kalapana, Kapoho, we will be all right. But we need to join hands to be all right and help each other out. In regards to PGV, which will be covered, I think your government did a beautiful job with the PGV people. I know a lot of you were concerned about it. And once in a while, you got to brag, right? All the actions taken to bring in people from the mainland, a consultation of the best there is, all of the non-expense spared to bring in equipment, special plugs, mud from the mainland. And what we see is a result of that good planning by Tom Travis and those people in his task force. I think we can say at this time, except for residues that may be in the pipes, that we're not wasting any time, and that there is no threat to your life of uncontrolled hydrogen sulfide release because of their work. I wish I could tell you, and I wish the geologists could come up here, and they will come up here and explain what is happening. All I know is nature is taking its course, and this is our job. Our job is to recognize that, stay out of harm's way, and help each other through this adjustment. Thank you very much.